I want to ask the question. So right now, I'll pull up my little dandy spreadsheet, as you can see here. And like I said, I've been tracking and cataloging the releases and announcements for Hot Toys for 2023. Right now, according to my document, we have about 48 announcements, and we actually have about 53 releases. That's pretty remarkable. We have more releases than announcements. I don't know if that's the norm for Hot Toys. It never felt that way, but I don't know. I guess that's kind of what's going on here. But look, at the pace we're going, I could imagine easily we're going to hit 70 plus figures by the end of 2023, right? So probably more like 80 figures would be my best guess, unless Hot Toys slows down pretty tremendously, which I don't think is going to happen. So in the future, we're seeing Sideshow getting less figures. Is Hot Toys going to make less of these side characters and troopers and shit like that and focus more on maintaining quality and higher quality and just charging you more? Maybe they make less figures, but they try to make higher quality and charge you more. Kiko, what do you think their focus is going to be? Is it going to be volume like usual, or is it going to be more quality?
It's all going to come down to their return on their investment. Where can they have the biggest profit margins? Is it making stuff where people will buy it, or being able to develop some things and get people to buy artisan type stuff? It's going to come down to the money, plain and simple. But I think depending on how this like strike goes and all that stuff, and I know we talked about that a little bit, they're going to run out of movies and shows to pull stuff from. So they're going to need to go back to the archives, to older types of properties and IPs and such, and pull some stuff off the coming soon list and actually put it into production. You know, we've seen a lot of that happen. I never thought I would see Padme come off the coming soon page to into production, but here we are. So I think during the COVID times, and I know I hate always saying that, but that's the way we live in. But during the COVID times, it was like, hey, we don't have anybody really to kind of make these, and we're a little bit of a delay because of shipping. We are going to put out a lot of pre-orders and reveals, and I think that's what this is that's why there's so many releases, because there was so many reveals way back when. I think it'll balance out, eventually, especially if they want to boost the quality with the artisan line. But I will say, if they are going to reduce the number of actual product, then you may see more releases. Say they end up doing only 1,000 units of 100 figures a year, as opposed to 50,000 units of 30. You know what I'm saying? So it all depends on how their math is going to math and how it's going to work out for them. But to me, I'd love to find a happy medium of where you can find the figures that you want, actually have them be accessible, and still get hype about things. There needs to be a balance to where you can say, okay, there's enough for me to get into where I can get a little bit in trouble if I decide to do too much. I don't want there to be so much that I can just go and drown, or you can go and drown. And I don't want there to not be enough to where I get bored and have to go to another type of hobby or collect something else, which I know there won't be like that. But yeah, a happy medium. Thanos is the official mascot of today's show. We've talked about balance multiple times, and let's just Thanos lives matter. So
yeah, bro,
there we go.
It's true. Well, Dean, what do you think, man? Are you projecting, sort of that Hot Toys is going to focus more on these volume, like they have done, these volume releases, like making every character under the sun, or are they going to kind of hone that in a little bit? What do you think?
I would normally say they're probably going to rein it in, especially since people aren't buying as much. And, we're seeing that on Sideshow, right? If they're limiting, their orders. But then we also see them doing some wild shit, like picking up the Kamen Rider license. Yeah. They did that Future Warriors movie. Those figures are coming out. So they're like still picking up licenses that aren't even necessarily for us, right? The North American market. So we'll probably still see them ramping out shit that's just like not for us, So yeah, I think they'll probably stay on the steady releases.
Yeah, I would think that would make sense. I mean, but I guess we'll see. I mean, I don't know, Dean, because I'm wondering if. I feel like someone's moving in the background. I don't know if
it's Kevin. He was playing with a cup.
Oh no, it's all good, bro. I was like, that's either Drago fucking shit up or it's Kevin just like running around back there. But yeah, it's funny. Shiny said Kevin's eating some in the background. Yeah, I'm interested to see how this shakes out. To me, I think Hot Toys might actually go a little bit less. I mean, the volume is always important. They're still going to make as many characters as reasonably possible, but I'm starting to wonder if they're going to hone it in a little bit. So we're seeing it. So anyway, guys, I want to ask the question. Actually, there's a super chat I got to get to real quick, and then I'll ask that question. My apologies. I think it was Nick, actually. Mr. Nick's Collectibles, guys. Check out Nick's Collectibles on YouTube. The man himself, the man behind 1-6 Wrestling. He said, instead of Iron Man, I think an exclusive pizza scooter would sell well. I thought this national nightmare was over because Nick got his pizza scooter, but apparently not. It's going to keep rolling. So, Nick, thank you so much, bro. Hope you get the pizza scooter of your dreams. It's never going to happen, but
yeah,
maybe
he got it on 12 scale, then he's gonna want a 6 scale, then he's gonna want a 1-to-1 scale.
I know, 1-to-1, so he can ride it. It's never gonna end, bro.
Yeah, I think he just wants to be Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think so too, which is reasonable. I mean, that's Spider-Man is pretty
Who
cool.
doesn't?
I mean,
is Nick Spider-Man?
I mean, if anyone would be, it would be him or Ryan.
I mean, he has his own custom head sculpt already.
He does.
That's true.
Who else can say that? Not me.